Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to teach you about the objective questions in reproduction in organisms. Already we have discussed some of the questions. Okay, what is the first question? Find out the incorrect match. What are the options given? Isogametes, Cladophora. Option B, heterogametes, Fucus. Option C, isogametes, Homo sapiens. Option D, homogametes, Cladophora. Isogametes. Cladophora is alga. Already have learned about that concept. Cladophora is produces morphologically and physiologically similar type of the gametes. So morphologically and physiologically similar type of gametes are known as isogametes. Iso means similar. So it's a correct match. We have to find which one incorrect match among these options. Okay, what about the B? Heterogametes. Fucus. Fucus belongs to Phaeophysi class of alga. It produces two different types of gametes. So Fucus is a heterogametic alga. So B, option B is also correct. Then C, isogametes. What is the option given? Option C, isogametes, Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens is scientific name of human being. In human beings, two different kinds of gametes are produced. The male and female gametes are dissimilar appearance. Like a male gamete is motile. Female gamete, agar, that's large in size, non-motile. So two different gametes are produced by the Homo sapiens. So Homo sapiens produces heterogametes, not isogametes. So it is incorrect match. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, na? What about the option D? Is correct or incorrect? Homogametes. Cladophora. Cladophora is a chlorophyll class of green alga. It produces. Cladophora is a chlorophyll class of green alga. It produces same type of the gametes, homogametes. So it is correct. This is only incorrect match. Okay, na? Option C is the correct answer. Next, find out the mismatch. Find out the mismatch. The left side one, parts of flower. Already have learned about parts of a flower. What are the parts of flower? Calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. After fertilization process, already know which events are takes place after fertilization process. After fertilization process, ovary part of the flower is becoming to fruit. It is correct, not a mismatch. Ovary part of the flower is becoming to fruit. So it's correct. What about the second one? Ovules. After a fertilization process in a flower, ovules are used to seeds. It is also correct match. We have to find mismatch. What about the option C? The third option, integuments. Integuments are involved in formation of seed coats. In a ovule, the protective layers are known as integuments. Integuments. After fertilization process, the ovules are becoming to seeds. Ovule, after fertilization process, ovule is becoming to seed. The ovule is consist of protective layers. The protective layers of ovule known as integuments. After fertilization process, the integument is forms the seed coat. Okay, integuments are forms the seed coat. It is also correct, not a mismatch. What about the fourth option? The fourth option, zygote. Zygote gives rise to embryo after fertilization process. the zygote is develops into embryo. Here, what's the given endosperm is given. So it is mismatch. Zygote endosperm is mismatch. It's a correct answer. Okay, is it clear? Next, what's the next question? Which of the following sequences correctly represent the series of events that takes place during sexual reproduction? Already have learnt about the process of sexual reproduction and events which are takes place in a sexual reproduction. What is the first option given? First option, the given first option A is gametogenesis, gamete transfer, fertilization, zygote formation, embryogenesis. What about the second option? Option B, gamete transfer, fertilization, gametogenesis, zygote formation, embryogenesis. Okay. What about the third option? C, fertilization, zygote formation, gamete transfer, gametogenesis, and embryogenesis. What about the option D, zygote formation, gamete transfer, embryogenesis, fertilization? Next one is the gametogenesis. Generally, during sexual reproduction, which takes place in the process of formation of the gametes. The process of formation of gametes known as gametogenesis. After the gametogenesis, gamete transfer is takes place. Okay. After the gamete transfer, the male and female gametes are fused to form a zygote. Fertilization takes place. As a result of fertilization or syngamy, zygote formation takes place. Then zygote is develops into embryo. The process of formation of embryo from zygote is known as embryogenesis. And first option is the correct answer. Okay. Now we will discuss some other questions. Next question is. Okay, what is the next question? Identify the incorrect statement. What are the options given? Option A. In asexual reproduction, the offspring produced are morphologically and genetically identical to the parent. In asexual reproduction, the offspring produced are morphologically and genetically identical to the parent. Already have learned about the asexual reproduction, process of asexual reproduction and the differences between asexual and sexual reproduction. So generally, asexual reproduction, the offsprings are morphologically and genetically identical to the parent. That is correct. We have to find the incorrect statement. What is the question? Identify the incorrect statement. What about the option B? The given option B is zoospores are sexual reproductive structures. Zoospores. The zoospores are the motile spores. Already learned about the zoospores. The chlamydomonas is reproduced through asexually by formation of a motile spores, zoospores, asexually. So what is the given option B? Zoospores are sexual reproductive structures. Zoospores are asexual reproductive structure. But here the given option B, zoospores are sexual reproductive structures. It's an incorrect statement. Okay. What about the option C? In asexual reproduction, a single parent produces offspring with or without the formation of gametes. Generally, in asexual reproduction, the offsprings are formed by the parent without the formation of gametes. Without the formation of gametes. Okay. Option D, conidia are asexual structures in a penicillium. Already have learnt about that penicillium, asexual reproduction. Penicillium is reproduced through asexually by formation of a conidia. Conidias are asexual reproductive structures. So it's option D is a correct statement. Okay, here option A correct, option C correct. Incorrect one is option B. Zoospores are sexual reproductive structures. Okay. And next question: which of the following vegetative propagules are found in ginger and onion respectively? Vegetative propagules: ginger. The ginger plant stem is grown horizontally inside the soil. If any plant stem is grown horizontally inside the soil, is known as a rhizomatous stem. Okay, that's involved in vegetative reproduction. Whereas in onion, the bulb, the stem is involved, underground stem is reduced, underground stem is reduced, the leaf bases are stores the food material. So leaf bases and underground stem collectively forms the bulb. Okay, so the onion is reproduced so vegetatively by which propagules? Bulb. What are the options given? Option A, corn, rhizome. Option B, Epiphyllous birds and eyes. Option C, rhizome bulb. Option D, offset and bulb. So option C is the correct answer. Why option A is wrong? Why it is wrong? In option A, given one is corn and rhizome. Corn means if any plant stem is grown vertically inside the soil is known as corn. Ginger is ginger plant stem is grown only horizontally, not vertically inside the soil. So ginger is a rhizome, not a corn. Whereas onion is reproduced through vegetatively by bulb only. Bulb is not here. Hence it is wrong. Okay. Why B option is wrong? What is the B option? The given B option is Epiphyllous birds eyes. Epiphyllous birds are means the birds which are present on leaf known as Epiphyllous birds. Epiphyllous birds are present on Bryophyllum. Okay. So here the given points are ginger and onion. Hence the option B is wrong. Eyes are present on potato stem tuber. Here the given plants are ginger and onion. Hence option B is wrong. Okay. So what is the correct answer? Option C, rhizome and bulb. Okay. What about the next question? There is no natural death in single-celled organisms like amoeba and bacteria because. What is the question? There is no natural death in single-celled organisms like amoeba and bacteria because. What are the options given? Option A, they cannot reproduce sexually. They cannot reproduce sexually. Option B, they are microscopic. Option C, parental body is distributed among the offspring. Option D, none of these. In unicellular organisms, there is no natural death. Amoeba and bacteria, paramecium and euglena, like several organisms. In unicellular organisms, natural death doesn't take place because the parental body is distributed among the offspring. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Choose the correct combination with reference to asexual spores. What are the options given? Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas is a unicellular alga. Chlamydomonas, endogenous motile spores, asexual spores. So in Chlamydomonas organism, unicellular alga produces motile spores internally inside the parental body. So endogenous, motile, correct. What about the rhizopus? Rhizopus produces endogenous, means inside the sporangium. Rhizopus produces the spores internally. So the rhizopus produces endogenous non-motile spores. The spores are non-motile. Okay, it's also correct. Option C, penicillium. Penicillium is fungus is reproduced through Penicillium fungus is reproduced through asexually by formation of a conidia. So conidias are found externally, exogenous, non-motile spores. Already have learned about that concept. Penicillium, exogenous, non-motile. So all these are the correct combinations. What are the given options? Option A, option 1, first option is A only. Option second option is A and B only. Third option is B and C only. Fourth option is A, B, C. A, B, C. Three, all these three are correct reference to the asexual spores. Is it clear? I think this session is useful to get the more marks for upcoming NEET examination. Okay, thank you dear students.